Hi guys, I'm here at Patrick Henry Elementary School. Patrick Henry was one of our founding fathers of the nation, and he's famous for the quote, "Give me liberty or give me death." Well, in the streets surrounding this elementary school, one street says liberty and the other says death. As far as the eye can see, Conant Street here at Patrick Henry is a swamp of alligator pavement. The cracks stretch along the street like an unforgiving spider's web as parents stream in with their tiny passengers. Even the children's crosswalk is a safety hazard. It appears to have been painted more often than it's been paved. You have to be extra careful crossing the street at Patrick Henry. The potholes are pretty sizable. The street, in fact, it's so crumbled that you can literally pick it up and put it right back down. But the potholes at Patrick Henry double as shallow pools. We wanted to see just how deep the hole was, so we borrowed a thorn from a nearby tree to test the water. On our way back, a dad was on his return trip from a bumpy bike ride to school with his son. Smart dad. His tire tread was heavy duty. Now, according to the California Department of Education in 2018, about $6,700 is spent on each pupil here. But judging by the condition of the road, it doesn't seem like the city of Long Beach has made that sort of investment into this school and the streets here. You know, the shameful part about it is this. Our city officials talk a lot about equity. Well, this school represents equity. Patrick Henry Elementary School is one of our dual immersion campuses. This is Franklin. There are 9 districts in Long Beach, and many of them have been neglected for far too long. If you'd like to know why we're focusing on streets in Long Beach and how you can help, check this out. Like the air we breathe, one thing all Long Beach residents share are alligator streets, and sometimes even worse. They carry our kids to school, trucks from the port, our buses to their stops, and 7 years ago we voted for higher taxes to finally fix them. Now there doesn't seem to be a lot to show for the time past or the dollars lost. In fact, according to the city, it's the worst roads that are scheduled to be repaired last, if at all. In a September presentation to City Council, the Public Works Department showed a revealing graph explaining what percentages of our streets range from excellent to very poor. At the end of the presentation, Public Works floated the idea that the city go into debt on another bond. Too much bond debt can hurt local residents, and percentages can be vague and sometimes even misleading. So to help residents, I asked the city to share the specific names of the streets that made up the percentages in the city's presentation. And that's when things got a little weird. The city wouldn't give me a straight answer. They said things like, the data is only preliminary and the street assessments aren't finalized. Even though the city already used the data to make an entire presentation to council, I would have to wait for the contractor to finalize their street assessment and then wait again for the city to finish an internal assessment before I could get the street names. But the thing is, it's been 7 years since the city promised to fix our streets. So I didn't think it was fair that we wait any longer for the truth on our streets in Long Beach. So instead of whining about it or posting snarky memes on social media, we're going to take you behind the bureaucracy and the fuzzy numbers and hit the streets all around Long Beach to let you see firsthand and listen to your neighbors in their own words. If you can, join us on Facebook or Nextdoor. We have a group there called Fix My Street Long Beach. Together, we can bring greater awareness and action to solve the poor condition of our streets. If you get an opportunity, I'd like you to share a note, images, or videos about a street you'd like to see finally repaired, or maybe even one that's getting a well-deserved upgrade. We need as much good news as we can get. Our team is going to follow up and cover your street in a local news story to help bring attention to our local needs all across the city. Our goal is simple. Let's fix the city's greatest asset that we all share, the road.